Ask yourself, if you are a project that your employer paid you to work on, are you still going to be approaching your life the way you do now? Let's go a spade, girl. You just don't want your dreams enough. And that is why all you have are your excuses, okay? Girl, I beg you to discipline yourself, okay? I am begging you to discipline yourself, because you can have the perfect schedule, you can have the vision board, you can have all the biggest plans, but that new version of yourself is always going to be at the other side of the responsibilities that you keep avoiding. It's time for you to stop sabotaging yourself and start showing up for your future self. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you tips that could help you figure out how to really bet on yourself, how to figure out what you want, master discipline, and become the woman of your dreams. The first thing I want you to do is to think of all the people who are waiting for you to fail. Are you done? Good. That is a reason why you have to not give up on yourself. And I get it. You have nothing to prove. You have no one to impress. But then there is God. A God who expects you to do more, because to whom much is given, much is expected. You need to plant the seed. You need to invest in yourself. Think of all the times where you thought nothing was going to go well, where people were sitting out waiting for you to not go through, but then you did well anyway, okay? And that is a reason why you don't have to give anybody any chance again to laugh at you. Next I want to talk about is for you to take yourself seriously, girl. Ask yourself, if you are a project that your employer paid you to work on, are you still going to be approaching your life the way you do now? Are you still going to be indifferent about your goals like you're doing right now? I need you to become effective, okay? Treat your goals like they are your profession. It doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to do, okay? I need you to figure out the best and most effective way of doing that thing. And so if getting snatched is your dream, then instead of doing random workout, girl, I need you to look for the most effective way to stay in shape. Treat your goals and yourself with all seriousness, just as you treat your job. And I know at times you feel like you are doing something and it's not working out. The reason why that may have been happening is that you either are not sticking long enough with that thing to see results, or you are not using the right technique. And that is why you have to get effective, get professional, and look for the best possible ways of doing anything that you would want to do. Stand out, set yourself apart by being professional. Next thing I want to talk about is to put on the identity of the person that you want to become. So if you're trying to become skinny, girl, you have to start behaving like a skinny person. If you're trying to be a good student, you have to start behaving like a good student. What do good students do? They learn the book syllabus to syllabus. They learn the book page to page, cover to cover. A skinny person is not going to eat and go to the fridge for a second dose. Instead of waiting to become that person before behaving like they do, go start behaving like them right now. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, figure out the work ethic, okay? Don't do it like you used to. Figure out the work ethic that is required to do that thing. Next up is for you to regulate your emotions. Girl, you cannot master discipline if your emotions are all over the place. You cannot get to wherever it is that you want to go if you keep choosing your feelings over your plans. And look, it isn't that you're not allowed to cry, okay, or pity yourself when things are not going the way you expect. Girl, you're allowed to cry, okay? You're allowed to bawl your eyes out. You're allowed to curl up in the blanket and then pity yourself for a minute, and then you go back, clean your face, and get back to business. Get back right to business, girl, because you stand to lose a lot if you are very emotional, okay? You have to be intentional and not emotional. Wake up every single day deciding to choose to follow your plans no matter how you feel. You have to wake up every day choosing consistency over results, okay? Because if you choose to follow how you feel, okay, if you choose to let your result dictate how you show up, what you're saying is that your plans do not matter, and you have no grip over your own life, and the only thing that runs your life are your emotions. That is basically what you're telling God. Look, everyone has feelings, okay? Even Jesus had feelings. There was a time that he had to pray for God to take away this cup away from him. Every great person that you meet and admire had a moment where they cried, they curled up, they questioned God, but then they went right back to business. Learn to contain and control your feelings anytime they start showing up, yeah? Because all that matters is what you get in the long run. Give yourself no choice, okay? Tell yourself you don't have a choice but to continue. Tell yourself that you cannot afford to stop just because you feel like stopping. You cannot afford to give in to your feelings, because if you stop, what are you going to tell God? Are you seriously going to tell God that you allowed your potential to roll away just because you could not control your emotions? Because you know what that really means? You are telling God that you don't care about yourself. Okay, you're telling God that every goal, everything that He has done for you, every investment that He's made in you, you don't care. Okay, you're telling God that you don't care if your ducks die because you are too tired to put them in a row. You are telling God that, yo, I don't care about your agenda for my life, so I am going to give up on myself. Girl, if you cannot control your own emotions, how do you expect God to give you a whole generation to take care of? Okay, because at this point, it is not even because of how you feel. You are just choosing to make excuses. Let's go a spade, girl. You just do not want your dreams enough, and that is why all you have are your excuses. Okay, your arsenal is excuses. Every day you can justify why you didn't do this. Every day you justify why you ate more than you're supposed to eat. Every day you refuse to look at your belly. Next thing you're gonna do is to put yourself on a deadline, and girl, this is gonna change the whole game. If you struggle to stay on course, if you struggle to even start, or you always procrastinating, girl, just put yourself on a deadline. Because here's what happens: the moment you put yourself on that deadline, that is going to put you in a certain emergency mode. Set a deadline on your main goal and divide it into phases. Okay, so I'm currently on the 63 days to lose weight challenge, and I have divided it into 3 phases. 21 days in a phase. I finished the first phase. Girl, in the first phase, I was just beating around. Like, I was just doing stuff. I was figuring out what I needed to do. I was figuring out the exercises. I was figuring out my calories. And so by the time I got to the second phase, I realized that, oh, I could have done better. And as I speak to you, I am on day 26. That is like 5 days into phase 2. And though I'm not where I want to be yet, just knowing that I have a deadline to meet, it keeps me so excited. Okay, I want to get to the end of the second phase, checking how much I've lost. When I step on a scale and then I see a change, girl, there's nothing more prideful, there's nothing more exciting than being able to set yourself a goal, a deadline, and being able to meet it. You are a woman of your dreams. Okay, you just have to believe that and start acting on it. Okay, you can become anything, anyone you want to be, if only you are ready to bet on yourself. And I'm not trying to brag, but there's this amount of pride I feel when I'm able to clock my daily steps. Change your mindset and you can win this game, because your mindset is everything.